Okay. And we should be going now, which is good. Good, how are you doing? Just here today we're going to be playing some Skuljagger Revolt of the Westicans for the Super Nintendo. I'm Captain Floofers, by the way. Just starting up a few minutes early here to get people in and settled, if that'll happen. And also to get the bot to turn off emote-only chat. There's the bot. Turn off emote-only chat. Cool. So yeah, this is a game that I've mainly seen being played mostly by Janglestorm. It's a very strange game from what I've seen. Jangle speedruns it, and it looked interesting enough. And when I got my flash card for my SNES, I was like, I'm gonna play this on there. Well, the flash card works and everything, but for whatever reason, my I don't really have a Super Nintendo. I have a portable clone console, and that's while it does hook up through AV, it can hook up through AV. It wasn't working for whatever reason, so I'm just doing it on an emulator, just kind of as a backup plan. So that's fine. But yeah, this is quite the thing, at least from what I've read. The manual for the game is like 80 pages long, and 75 of those 80 pages are like the whole backstory and lore and everything of the game. And it also contained like secrets and whatnot for the game. Yo, what's up, Greg? I see you've made it despite my directions. I am? How am I quiet? Let me turn up the mic here, maybe. Maybe it's just the game audio's louder. I don't know. It's like at this... I don't know, it might be. I turned the mic up just a little bit just in case. Just let me know if I'm like clipping or anything like that. But anyway, I actually read the manual. I took in all of the lore, the whole story, which I think is supposed to be like the story of what's going on in the game as it happens. So I already know the ending, if that's the case. But there were like a bunch of like secret codes and whatnot hidden in all the text, and I wrote down as much of it as I could, or as much as I was able to see. And I'm fairly sure there was some other things that looked kind of suspicious. But I was also like, I don't know, I don't feel like writing that down, but, I've got, like, a few secrets here, so if I get a chance, I'll check those out, if need be. But I'm just gonna... Still a couple minutes till 8, so I'll, hold on the title screen for the time being with this, awesome bass line. But yeah, not really much else to say about it. I do know that it's basically kind of like a sword and sorcery sort of thing. Like, you have a sword and it's a magic sword, and you can, like, I think there's like, you can shoot fireballs from the sword and whatnot. There's also like magic bubblegum that you get. And, like, each of the bubblegum flavors gives you a different, like, superpower for, you know, temporarily. And when I watched Jangle play it, I was like, there has to be some kind of, like, brand tie-in with this. But no. This was just, something that they came up with. And it's kind of batshit insane. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. It's a side-scroller, so, actually, let me move some stuff around on my desk here. I'm actually going to be writing down the passwords as I get them as well, just in case I game over or lose progress or whatever. I haven't really played the game. I've only messed around in the bubblegum practice a little bit, but Chapter 1, The Sword. Okay, so it's the same chapter as in the story in the manual, so Oh, it's doing it here too. So yeah, we play as young thievely guy named Storm Jackson. That's pretty awesome name. We just stole this guy's sword. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, and I have to give me one moment. I need to futz about with the controls because for whatever reason, down and right got mixed up when I was calibrating. Okay, that should fix it. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's because up, left, down, right. Okay. There we go. Alright, so can I pick up boxes? Alright, that thing I picked up is called a Gemerald. The red ones will power up my sword to... I thought they were fireballs, but I guess they're not. I guess is this... I just kind of flipped over the paper with the secrets on it, so I don't know if... Oh dear. If any of these barrels have secrets in them, but I don't know. Alright, we'll got all our power-ups back. I think the green ones are like a smart bomb, like they'll clear the screen. The Adventures of Romance novel, man, yeah. Oh yeah, and the bad guys are kind of like these kind of cyberpunk looking guys. I don't get it either. I kept picturing when I was reading the story, I kept picturing them as like other pirate guys because I kind of knew what Jackson looked like. But like even like the little pictures that it had with the story were like, yeah, these are like cyberpunk, you know, Mad Max punk members. Okay, there we go. Also, I hadn't heard the soundtrack in a bit, and I forgot that it was this funky, I guess you could say. How do you use the green like screen clearing power? Is it? Oh, I can shoot more. Is it A? Oh no, A is to use your bubblegum. Still not sure how to do that. I messed around in the bubblegum practice a bit before, and I wasn't able to get a handle on the cherry gum. The cherry gum is supposed to give you the ability of temporary flight by making a big bubble, but I could never get the bubble to stay long enough. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I know that there's orange gum that gives you the ability to shoot grenades at people. Or no, maybe it was the green one. The green gum was the screen clearing thing, and then like the grape gum gave you temporary invincibility. I remember now the green gems actually give you additional hits before you die. So as you can see, we're off to a fantastic start. But I think I might be okay-ish now that I know I've gotten everything pretty much squared away as far as how things are meant to work, except, you know, how to make the gum work properly. Well, at least the cherry gum, I don't know. I just need to stop rushing forward so much, just kind of be strategic with my movements and use my projectiles as much as I can. Also, when you get hit, it gets rid of all of your projectile, which is a little annoying. Alright. Oh, you spit out the orange grenades. That's, a little off-putting, but... Did I just, like, lose all of my hit points? I'm so confused. I thought that the green ones gave you, like, additional hits, like, per one that you got. Like, not like Sonic Rings, where, like, it takes them all away if you get hit. Maybe I got hit more than I thought I did. I don't know. Well, now it remains to be seen if I can get past level 1. Alright, well... need to, I guess, experiment more with the flight ability to really work out how it's supposed to work. Because as far as I can tell, like, I'm blowing up the oh shit. Well, of course I can't skip that little funeral dirge there because the start button just pauses it. Yeah, there's a... I mean, I wouldn't say it's janky or anything. It seems to control fine. Well, alright, that was my fault. But, like, the control seems, you know, intuitive and responsive and everything. Okay. Let's continue, why not? You don't need to really drag this out. They can just, some of the stuff seems like it should be skippable, but it's not, unfortunately. Like, they're really proud of that drum line that they came up with, and they want to make sure that you see it. Goddammit! All right, let's try the bubblegum again. Okay, it just doesn't last a long time once it gets to a certain point. But it does look like floating, like actually floating up, does require the up on the control pad. Get out of the way. There's the orange. I'm gonna hold on to that because, much like the cherry, the orange doesn't really last a while. So I'll just wait until there's, I guess, a lot more enemies to use against at a time. Alright, the blue is a checkpoint. I do know that. So that's something. What the fuck? Excuse me, there was a, I guess the bridge stopped working. I think I remember that part of that from the story. He went across a bridge that was prone to breaking, so maybe if I get knocked onto the, like, knocked down onto the bridge, or if I jump on it, it'll try. I guess I should think more upon what I read in the story. It was practically a strategy guide. Oh shit. Well, I'll just use this. And it still doesn't work very well. What the fuck? Well, no, gotta stop pausing it when I die. Okay. Well, now the bridge lets me jump on it. Alright, there's another checkpoint. Whoa. Alright, so be more careful when taking leaps of faith as well. But that's honestly just video games in general, so... Oh, well... Hold on, let me... Yo, what's up, Jangle? I'm horrible at the game so far. Oh, I got a game over. It may have been, I don't know. Oh, you only get one continue, apparently. So that's, it's nice. Alright, I'm gonna go down to this bubblegum practice real quick. Haha, Jangle. World record holder, Jangle Storm. First Skuljagger Revolt of the West. I don't even know if you have the... Do you have the world record in this, Jangle? Something I don't quite get is how... Oh, you do, okay. How does the cherry gum work? Because like it just seems to like go away prematurely, like before I'm able to do anything with it. Is there like a trick to using it? Because I have not been able to figure that out. Like I can blow the bubble. Oh wait, I get it now. Okay. Because what I was trying to do is I was trying to just keep blowing it up and then it would burst. And then like I tried getting it to a certain size and then leaving it, and then it just burst anyway. So there's apparently a rhythm that you have to keep up to keep it like on the screen as long as possible. All right, that'll help. Yeah, I figure I should ask you about that, because from what I remember watching you speedrun it, the cherry gum was like a huge factor in a lot of the routing, so I figure I figure it'd be important to learn how to use that, you know, quickly. Oh dear. Now, that was just... I guess that was... panicked or something with that there. I can't use your sword on the ladder, which that kind of sucks, but... I guess of all the things they wanted to keep realistic, it's just can't use your sword on the ladder. Oh, well, shit. Oh, okay, gotcha. Because the two I remember seeing you use a lot were the grape one and the I mean, cherry one the most, but like I remember using the grape one a lot too, which I actually haven't come across quite yet, but I haven't gotten past like the second checkpoint in level 1 yet. Let's try here. Whoa. well, I whiffed that. Let that guy just run around. He doesn't know what's going on. Alright, well, got the checkpoint. Hope that wasn't anything important. And this bridge is a pain in the ass. Have rock. Right, have crate. There you go. Okay, so the green gems definitely seem to be like Sonic rings. Like, they'll keep you alive, but you lose them all when you get hit. And I assume you get a bonus if you have more when you clear the level. Did that drop anything useful? Well, I may as well grab it. Yeah, kind of like in Sonic. There's no way they can see down, is there? No, there isn't. I'm just going to take a leap of faith here. Now, this is what killed me in the last run, but that's fine. Alright, there's a new environment, so... Oh. Yeah, you would be able to throw rocks, wouldn't you? Oh, shit. Oh, that's cool. You can shoot back at him. Alright. But I see it takes away the red ones first. And then it takes away the green one. So if you have both red and green, you essentially have 3 hits. That's interesting. What's up here besides death? Oh. That's not death. But I don't want to go back this way. That way sucks. Platform? There you are. I'm just going to climb down the ladder safely. Yeah, I remember that from the instruction booklet. I say booklet, but it's more like instruction novel. I wrote down a bunch of the secrets that I was able to find while reading the story, but I kind of have it like on the other side now, so I can write down passwords, so I don't know if I'm going to get around to trying any of those out. Okay, just here. That guy almost got me. These docks are not well constructed. No, I can still get them. Oh boy. Actually, here's one. Let's see. Is it right, left, right? Does that do anything? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Please use appropriate dancing emotes if you want to. party pug. I do have some under... If you have better Twitch TV or Frank or FaceZ, I do have some loaded up under there. I also have a Jitters emote that people can use. It's not the same one as the one I normally use, but it's the best I could find. So if you want to be like me and use Jitters 6,000 times in a year. I got the... Great. God, that baseline, though. Alright, let's... Hope this doesn't kill us. Oh, kind of wasted that. Back up here. Smack that guy in the face. I cannot go in the doors. Alright, that was done with me. And they had to make sure that you saw that entire fall. Yeah, they're like the Sonic rings. They take away everything that you have of one color if you get hit. Alright, the grenades suck. Don't use the grenades anymore. Well, this can make us bounce. 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 Oh, I can still jump when I'm bouncing. Alright. Well, I still gotta work out how to work that. Oh, here's another chance to do so. Okay. Alright, that's, I just gotta get used to how that works. Projectiles on my way here. Oh, I don't want to use that. Oh, great. What's in here? Whoa. Guys are everywhere. Alright. Well, that was not nearly as much of a pain as the first part of the chapter was. I've just noticed that Westica looks like the US, at least on the southern end there. And I do know that I did notice that a lot of the events in the story were kind of ish, like analogous to things that happened in the American Revolution. So I guess there's some symbolism or some what do you call it? I can't think of the word. Inspiration. That's the word. Kind of. It's like when they all went onto the ship after they took Mask Day away. Because Skuljagger's an asshole, and then everyone just like went and onto the ship with all the gems and threw the gems into the water. That's basically just the Boston Tea Party. And I'm like, yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, it's great and sticking it to the man, knocking all the gems into the water, but like it's not like the tea, which is like soluble in water. It's like they could just like if they have like rifle wielding Mad Max gang members, I'm sure that they have ways of salvaging all the gems that you dumped into the water. It's just like a minor inconvenience, if anything. Okay. Whoa. Alright, these Black Mask guys. Evidently they're like the, like Skuljagger's personal guard, and of course everyone's out to get me because I fucking stole a magic sword. I shouldn't have... Do you get anything for killing enemies in the background? Because it seems like I can just walk past them and with no consequence. God damn it! Damn it. Don't pause it. Oh, one-ups, you say? That might be worth it then, because I'm clearly not great at the game. And I would like extra chances to beat levels. Yeah, but I'm not speedrunning it, so it should be fine. Oh, I got a red gem that I can't even reach. Wait, I can reach it with this. Bounce Storm. Bounce. Can you take me higher? No, you can't. Alright, I'm not doing that again. I'm guessing the boss is Skuljagger, because... Or maybe it's that Black Mask guy he fights on the bridge. Yeah, this looks like it. Oh, no, it's Skuljagger. I couldn't see that really going any other way. Alright. Something that I really need to do is hold on. Okay. I was gonna try to save that green one. Okay, well, he's not gonna let me. I'm in many games like this, I'm so used to just kind of sitting and tanking and trying to just out-damage them. And it usually doesn't work out in my favor, so I really need to learn how to strategize better. Now, if I remember correctly, lime just like... Oh yeah, there we go. That'll help. Oh. Cruel man, cruel bird. I gotta write that down just in case I die. Because I think this is the Boston Tea Party level. Yeah, this is Boston Tea Party level. But Storm was in disguise. He just has the same sprite here. Disney's Aladdin. I don't know. I didn't hear any Gilbert Gottfried. All right. Well, joke's on you because I have a password now. Oh, that's kind of handy. It just gives you all of the words. It's not, you don't have to type all that in. I don't think I've ever seen a password system do that. Lazy man, big sword. Oh dear. Oh, there's a ninja up here. We got these rats, I guess. I can climb up that. That's cool. If it'll let me climb up all the way. There we go. These ninjas are not very good at their jobs. Whoa. Alright. Checkpoint. Oh. Alright, kill the Castlevania bat. I don't think you can, like, kill the Castlevania bats with them without them, like... Well, I guess that one, but... It's very easy to get hit by them. Same could be said of bats in most games, so... You're really proud of that drum line. Let's use this. I thought I could kind of move around more while that was active, but apparently not. Alright, that was dumb. I do have to go up. Okay. Really? It's a tall-ass ship, too. Alright. I thought he was eventually going to throw it. Okay. I'm just going to assume that you're not going to throw that. That you're just going to sit there. Alright. Oh, I can't go that way anyway. Well, that's, lesson learned, I suppose. Alright. Lesson learned, don't bother going up because it will lead to disappointment. Also stop pausing the game and prolonging the death animation. There's one of the masks down there. I can't skip this. There's a lot of stuff you can't skip in this. All right, continue, please. So let the bat go by a bit, then drop down. Don't jump back up on deck. There's nothing up there for you. Ninja gives me a hit point. Not sure what that whoop whoop noise was. Gotta go up and over, I think. I don't want to go this far up. There we go. And right into rats. That's great. Okay. Got me to a checkpoint. Not sure what that was about. Let's not question it. It just... I'm just gonna accept that it's part of the lore. And again, I do remember offhanded comment on the book that said that the it was said that the masks could make people invisible, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. Alright, well that was unfortunate. Anything over here? Well, okay. That's another hit, if anything. Not gonna take any chances with you, rat. Oh, that's another hit point. Take that. Okay, no exit there. There's the exit. Okay, I'm guessing all of these chapters have 3 parts and then a boss level. And if the book is any indication, because all these oh, there's our Stevie Nicks baseline again. Whoa! Saw that coconut, like, way too late. Is that... Okay, that is. That's what you mean when you say coconut surprise, now, or surprise coconut. Whenever somebody gets a, that sub badge on your channel now. I understand. Oh, wow, really? I mean, I kind of saw the grenade or whatever that was coming, but there like wasn't anything else I could really do about it, I don't think. Whoa. Stop pausing that. Because I keep mashing start wanting to skip through that, but there's no way you can. You're gonna... Alright, just stand there. Sure, you must get paid well. Pass that B. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight you anymore. It's not worth it. Whoa. Checkpoint. Not gonna do anything with you. And ironically, it dropped a gem. Alright, luckily it was right here, so. Give me that. Oh, wow, really? Grab that. Oh. That just kind of blended in there. You're actually shooting. Let's see if I can... It's okay, I still gotta continue, I think. All these game overs are kind of blending together, so I don't know if I actually have to continue or not. No, I don't. I gotta start... I think I gotta start over back at the ship again, then. You only get a password every chapter. Do I have to put in the password every time? Because the last time I put in the password, it just kind of brought me back out to the, back to the menu. Yo, what's up, Maya? Alright, on the upside, we do get to hear this song again. I can play in Pokemans. You're playing the Arceus game, right? I think everybody's been playing the Arceus game. I really wasn't too interested in it myself. It's just I wasn't a big fan of Breath of the Wild, so I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the what if X but Breath of the Wild trend. So it just didn't seem like something for me. And also I got the whole, you know, backlog thing going on. Okay. I haven't played much of Horizon Zero Dawn. I watched Greg play it a bit, but that was about it. Alright, I gotta go up over here. Here, not for your ineffectual ninja flips. Yeah, these guys aren't really doing anything. Rat. Alright, there's checkpoint. Good. Really? Ah, whatever. Alright, there's the end. Now let's see if I can get to the second level without dying 5 million times to bullshit. I think I had the beginning part at least down pretty decently. Just gotta wait for that to go by. Wait until it's safe to go down to the next level. Get rid of that guy. Until that bat's out of the way more. There we go. That barely touched me. Come on. Alright, that was my fault. There we go. Alright. I'm sure I'll get this eventually, but this is This is quite hard, and I'm not sure if it's all for the correct reasons. It is a bit jank, to be sure. All right, get that. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. That's something. Can I not go up with the mask on? Okay. Alright, there's nothing there. It's okay. We just got a checkpoint, so it's fine. We don't have to go too much farther. If anything, hopefully don't pause there. I should be able to get to the a third level and at least have the continue for that. Oh, just went up one. That's fine. Really? Now you decide to jump that. That's cool. Now, I'm gonna keep going, but it's mainly because I don't have anything else prepared to really play right now. Like the plan was to play this off of my new flash cart, but my I don't really have an SNES. I have a portable clone console, and the AV plugin wasn't working, so I had to fall back to using an emulator. And I kind of didn't. I didn't have anything else really prepared for this. Like if I was on the flash cart, like there's a whole bunch of games I could play on there. But in my haste to get something prepared for stream, I was just like, okay, let's get Skuljagger, and I forgot to maybe get some backups if. Because I didn't think it was going to be, like I was expecting to just play the game, but I'm like, I'm currently like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. On the HD to try out? I mean, I do, but I'd have to get it all on the computer here, because I did my setup and everything for the for like my a lot of my ROMs and such are, because I have two different I have two different hard drives with two different operating systems, and the one I normally use is the one with Linux on it, and the other one is the one that I'm on right now, which is Windows. But I basically have like next to nothing really super prepared on the Windows one. That's just kind of I set it up specifically for streaming, and on the off chance that I want to play a game that I can't play on anything else but a Windows PC. And, yeah. Actually, if anything, what I can do... I'm going to give this till the next game over. I can actually... Well, the next game over is right now. I know it's going to look super professional while I do this, but I can copy over the ROMs that are on my FX Packs SD card. I gotta do it with, because the USB ports in the front aren't great. One moment. I'm gonna switch my mic off real quick and get this kind of set up here. I'm gonna find some other games I can play. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so I just kind of picked out a couple things, a couple quick things, and possibly something else to fill out some time just to show off if we have it, if we have time later. But let's go ahead and put these over into the proper folder here. Okay. So this is a game that I see Bredwa Blackburn playing a lot. It's a Super Sentai based game. It's based off Carranger. So I can actually let me go ahead and change the stuff on the stream to reflect this. This is basically it's just another side scroller game based off of Carranger, which is I think it was Power Rangers Turbo over here. Oh, good, it's in here. All right, cool. This probably shouldn't take too long to get through, but I played through this a couple times. It's pretty fun. It looked fun when I watched Bedwa play it, and yeah, it's just a basic kind of beat-em-up platformer thing, side-scroller. You also try to find these hidden stuff, like there's parts that we need to get to basically free our robot components so we can get the good ending, kind of thing. Not really much else to it. We can get a little car. Normally that would destroy enemies, but there weren't any enemies on screen, so that was a little less earth-shattering. Little area we can go here. This is actually off of a normally runs with a specialized peripheral for the Super Famicom called the Sufami Turbo. And what it was a way for Bandai came up with it And it was like, we can make our own cartridges, except they'll be, like, smaller and cheaper to make. And we'll have our own little adapter and everything. And Nintendo was like, okay, that's fine, I suppose. It's kind of like the Aladdin Deck Enhancer for the NES, except actually licensed by Nintendo. And Bandai made a good handful of games for it. They're mostly Gundam games. There were also some Ultraman ones, and I'm fairly sure there was another game that I can't really think of off the top of my head. But the funny thing is, I was actually looking at the pricings for like a Sufami Turbo and some of the games for it, and like the secondhand pricings on it aren't bad for the most part. Like the Sufami Turbo itself and like most of the games are like maybe $20-30 each. It's just that if you want to get the Carrangers game, that one will cost you like approximately 3 small fortunes. It's literally hundreds of dollars to get that game. I know Bedwa has does have a physical copy of the game, and he was able to was actually able to get a decent deal on it, from what I understand, from what the story he's told. And you got some of these Monster of the Week bosses. I don't know a lot of their names or anything. I haven't seen Carranger myself, so I only have like a cursory knowledge of it. I do know that Carranger in general is just like a kind of a self-parody series. Like it's still an official Super Sentai show, but it makes fun of a lot of its own tropes and whatnot. Though I think the vehicle-themed Sentai in general do seem to do that in, you know, like in general, basically. But I found, like, you can play as any of the Carrangers you want. I found myself picking Green a lot because, Green has this floaty jump that makes it a little easier to maneuver around a lot of the time. But, like, each character does have, like, their own strengths and weaknesses and whatnot. Like, I'm fairly sure, like, Red is, like, an all-arounder. The only ones I really have, like, a huge understanding of how they all work are Red, Green, and Yellow, because Red and Yellow are the ones that are using the speed run. And from what Bedwa said, the red is more of an all-arounder, while Yellow is the fastest one and has the fastest attacks. But experimenting with some of the others, I did like the floaty jump that Green has, because it helps out with a lot of the platforming later on. Although he is like one of the slower characters. Although I do tend to use Yellow in the last level, just because it's easier to kill the final boss with her. Okay, you just kind of go over that like that. And more often than not, if you get knocked down a pit, then you're basically put into a position where you're basically on a fast track to the end. One of the big things that I've noticed about the game is that, like, if you just go straight to the end, it's not that long at all. And it's still not that long if you take the time to explore as much as you can, but the reason that you kind of want to go around all the different areas is you're picking up all these parts. And in order to get the best ending, you have to get 250 parts to basically fix your robot or something. So now we got this guy. This guy's easy to get into a pattern. I'm still more or less a novice at this, so... Yeah, if I was faster, I probably could have avoided that. That's what I want to do. Whoa. That's the second boss. And I am a little worried now, because normally I do have the blue car unlocked at this point. And this level, it's very easy to get knocked down into pits, so just gotta be extra careful here too. This guy's an asshole. There, got the blue car now. Some of these corners and stuff also have drops for you. I know that there's some stuff over here. The engines are good to pick up because they give you 10 parts at a time. I know just falling down the pit here is going to eventually bring me back to where I just was, so that's fine. Alright, that's the thing I can go down into. Oh. Alright, let me get my little gun here. That works too. I may be able to get the green car unlocked too on here. Yeah, I think I got... Okay, I think I just made up for that then. That's good. Let's get rid of this thing. Yep. And as long as I don't fuck up too royally on level 4, I should be able to get the yellow car there. Just one heal. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's problem is either. Get my cannon back. I think this is the boss. Yes, okay. Just keep my distance. Alright, well that's my cannon gone. Right? While he's firing? Oh no. Stop doing that. I can't hit him when he's firing at all, unfortunately. Tried hitting him in the back, it didn't work. Oh well. Alright, now we're in the sky level. And that's the... This level is probably the main reason I like using green. Also, the music here is pretty rad. At least in my opinion. But it's pretty easy. I say it's pretty easy to get some parts here because you have a lot of enemies here that drop them. But there's also a lot of... Well, okay, I fucked that up. I don't know if there's a real way to get back up to where I was. Well, at least we can get the yellow car while we're here. I am kind of worried that we may not get the pink car before the end of the game. So we've got the mini-boss here. It's actually fairly easy. Because you can just hit him before he does anything to you. And you can easily dodge the little spark form that he has there. It does take a little while. Is this the last hit? Yes, okay. Didn't even get me any parts for it. That's lame. Just heal. Let's get some parts that way. Oh good, there's an engine, I want that. Alright, we should be good then. And going into the last level with that many parts is, that's good. Well. Forgetting how to dodge the patterns. Typical me. Do it. I want to do the tornadoes, because the tornadoes are actually easier to... They're easier to dodge at distance, anyway. Bubbles really can't really get close to him. For the last stage, I usually go for yellow, because I'm better at clearing out the bosses here with yellow than I am with green or red, from what I've at least experienced. But the only downside is platforming is a little tougher. I don't have the floaty jump anymore. And then that'll happen. I think I gotta do that opening section over again, don't I? Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna mosey on this way. I want to deal with these guys. Honestly, what I should do, because I do know that there are a couple of checkpoints in the stage, usually before bosses. And what I can do, if I end up dying here or something like that, I can, it'll just reset my progress back to the last checkpoint. If I die afterwards, obviously. Even with the parts and everything. So I can just use green to platform to the checkpoint, and then if I die as green after the checkpoint, I can switch back to yellow and take care of the bosses. Yeah, that's a lot better. Well, I was doing better. It is easier to bypass them at the very least. Thank God I'm not speedrunning this. Oh, come on. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to see if I can just float jump over that. That seems to be like a common point of frustration there. Unless what, Maya? Are you accusing me of speedrunning? No, I've thought about running this. Like I obviously haven't really started any. See the checkpoints right here. I haven't really started doing any serious speedrunning stuff yet. But there is another game I have in mind that I'm going to start with for that. Yeah, it is a fun game. And I barely knew it existed before I watched Bedwa doing runs of it. This is why we choose yellow for these bosses. Because yellow can just do that. Just wreck everyone. Oh, we have to go over here, and that's the pink car unlocked. So we got the good ending. That boss battle I learned the first time I played is actually very missable. And I did not get the good ending the first time I played. This guy, all you gotta do is just jump over that and hit him a few times. Because even while that's connected, it's impossible to hit him. I honestly do usually get hit less. But that's it. And then it goes into a cutscene where he turns big, and if you didn't get enough parts to unlock all of your vehicles, then they basically just destroy the world because he's big. But because we got all of our cars, we can get our V-Robo out and just kill him. That's the leader of the bad guy faction, by the way. We just one-shot him with our robot. The starting robot for the show, by the way. So that's Carranger. And it doesn't take too long at all to play through. And it is pretty fun. So I'm thinking about this being one of the games that I run. Like all these games I'm thinking of running are all ones that like nobody runs though. Like the other game I'm thinking about, like I'll get to that in a bit. But like this game, I think like Bedwa and like a few other people run it. But like the Bedwa is like the only active runner, I think, and he has the world records in all three categories, as far as I know. That just tells me how many parts I got, which I know how many parts I got. I saw it. And I think it just boots you back out to the, oh no, there's a extra little scene here. And then after that, it just boots you back to the menu. Or it just says end. Alright, so that's that. So, the next game I had in mind to play... Let me just turn that off real quick. The next game I had in mind to play was the aforementioned speed run that I'm interested in doing. And Jangle knows what I'm talking about, but just bring this over here. Jangle knows what's coming. I'm just gonna change the stream stuff here. Is this a category? Actually, let me make sure that the okay, yeah, it did. Okay, kind of has a category there. And where's my... Actually, let me bring up the proper scene. And I do have to kind of move some stuff around with this scene and everything. It's normally set up for when I have a webcam. I don't have webcam on. Oh yeah, that's right. I have that set up so I don't see the menu on there. This is Astro Rabby. You play a rabbit. And you uncover panels, and you gotta find the right panel to go on to the next level. That's pretty much all there is to it. And this song is a jam. So let me just take time to make sure this got changed. Yes, it did. Okay. And there's currently one time on the leaderboards for this because after this is actually a request I did on Jangle's stream for him to play this, because I played it for a bit and I had fun with it. And then he realized that there wasn't like a leaderboard for it, so he made the leaderboard for it. And there's only one run submitted, and that's his, and he has the world record. Exactly one run of, yes. So honestly, if I was timing this, I could probably get world record right now, but I don't have the, I'm just gonna skip this. This is just a bonus game, you don't have to do that. There is some RNG, I'm just gonna use that, why not? There is some RNG with the placement of the tiles, but it's fairly straightforward. It takes less than an hour to get through. Like, even a casual playthrough. Yeah, but I'm thinking of, when I do start speedrunning stuff, this is going to be the game I start with. And just, possibly come up with some kind of a goal. Because, I don't know if, that's probably not going to be, I don't know how hard it'll be to actually get world record right now. But, I'll think of, like, some kind of a time that I want to get and just do that for a while. I'm not going to start, like, speedrunning it right away, because there are some other projects that I kind of want to stream first. But, I will be doing this at some point in the future. That's not it. The bonus points while I'm at. This one. No, jump. No, jump. Jump! Jump, Rabby! Bad. Also, when I do actual runs of this, it's going to be on the cartridge. Because I actually went out and got a cartridge of this, and, because for some reason I really wanted to have a box copy of it, it wasn't cheap. Watch out for that. Oh, there it is. I know I keep giving myself bullet stock, but I'd never use the bullets. I think there's a guy I want to shoot at here, though. Coming up fairly soon. Yeah, there he is. That guy's an asshole. That one you can dodge fairly easily, though. No, leave me alone. That's not it. There's meteors. I've seen it come up as this one a lot. It's not this time. This one the whole time? Nope. There it is. We may as well show off the bonus game. Basically, the object is to do a memory match of the noises. The downside is that many of the noise pitches sound similar. So I've only ever legitimately cleared the bonus game like a couple times. But since it's not really needed, it's not something that we're going to focus on too much in the speed run. In fact, we can just knock ourselves off the platform and just go on to the next level. This is just basically the game. There's 8 levels total, up through 8-3. No bosses or anything. Surprisingly, once you clear or not clear the bonus stage in level 8, then that's just the end of the game, and you win. So like I said, it's very straightforward. These are all skulls, aren't they? Yeah. Oh dear. We're running out of time. Timer. There's one. Okay. I'm safe but for how long? No. Uh-oh. One more time. I think there's just like one panel that I missed, and it was like that row of skulls. So that's where the exit is. Yeah, it was over here. Yeah, there it is. That's the basic cycle of it too. Is just you always have a. There's always a like a land-based stage and a space stage, and then the bonus stage, and then it just repeats. I mean, obviously the layouts are different, but that's just how the general level theming, I guess, goes. Now I feel bad because I was planning on playing Skuljagger all night. And that didn't happen. If anything, though, I have learned to be more prepared for occurrences like this. Because sometimes like you'll want to play a game, and then it turns out that's not really your thing. So I think what I might do from here on out is like have like a Zelda rando or something like in the wings, like as a backup just in case. So like if I ever get like the idea to play something like Bill and Ted, which that's not going to happen. But let's say I lose my mind, I decide to play Bill and Ted for the NES, and then I realize like half an hour in, this is bad, I don't want to play this anymore. Well, that's okay, because I got this this Triforce Hunt rolled and ready to go, so we can play that instead. Well, speaking of randos, now that I have the oh, that's right, I got started 3-1. That's fine. Now that I got the FX pack, I do want to look into making an MSU pack for Link to the Past now. So I've had ideas of what songs I want to use, but I haven't really had the time to learn how to actually make one. No. That's right, you can stomp on certain enemies too to defeat them. Well, for the most part, it's just as easy to just ignore them. A couple of those turtle guys can get in your way, and that's not great, but everything else you can just kind of go around. I think a turtle guy hit me, just like spawned like out of nowhere and hit me. Because the other leading cause of death is falling into a pit, or into space, as it were. Because the meteors here don't seem to just kill you outright, they just push you away. Yeah, that was a turtle guy. I bamboozled myself by just running into him again. I completely forgot he was there, and then, like, he started materializing right as I was heading in that direction, and I'm like, oh no. No, don't push me. Don't jump on that 3 times. I did it again. I did it again. Alright. I need to keep that at the forefront of my mind. Stop doing that. Alright. Unless I hit the exit panel before I get that far, but that's not how it's gone so far. Alright, now it's coming up. Don't go diagonally up. There's the guy. I don't have any bullets. That time I tried shooting at him and I didn't have any bullets. was... How many continues do you get? You get 3 continues, I think. That tile entirely. That wasn't what I needed, though. That's okay. Oh, there it is. It was not in the Skull Row this time. Here we go. Let's not go that way. Let's go over here. Oh, I can't make that. Well, now I am in a pickle. What I need to do is like memorize the layouts of these levels, then right. Oh, there it is. Basically, just like plan a route of how to navigate each level, and of course, just let RNG take the wheel. You missed. Go to the next. Also, I don't foresee this being a world record run, even if I was timing it, because Jangle didn't die this much. It's probably over there. Oh, no, there it is. Nope, jump on it. There we go. Oh. I thought I could jump once more off of that, but I guess it was too late to hit the jump button again. But you have to jump on one of those to progress anyway, so I know you can do it. You just gotta be quick. There we go. Oh, I don't know what these are. Oh, they just push you. Okay. Whoop. Should have held the button down so I could have kept jumping. There we go. That's not it. Oh, I thought it was the heart for a second. Okay, these guys are gonna push me a little bit. Big jump with action. Damn it. Please. Alright, it was the one that I didn't get. Oh no, don't jump there, don't jump there, don't jump there. Oh. Well, not shuffled again, if anything. Let's jump up this way. Keep holding. Oh, there it is. Go on a stage, you can just jump off. I don't know what Power Wing is. I don't foresee myself menuing a lot in an actual speedrun either. I think Power Wing makes me either run faster or jump higher. Here? Nope. It's just emptiness with cacti for a while. Big jump. There it is. Think about routing this stage. What is a satellite? Oh, another satellite. Trying to push me off the pillar. I can't make that jump, at least not from dead center like that. Oh, okay, got another life there. Alright, I don't think I can make it from there. So if we have to jump to the one in front, and then go back to that one, and then go back up to the one in front again. There's gonna be a lot of backtrack jumping on this one, I think. Oh, there's the heart there, so... worry about that some other time then. Whatever shock absorber does. I think that gives me another hit. Let's go over here. Here. Scrap the time over there. Here. The protector will give me another hit. Oh, there's a 4 here. That's not great. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get all these in one pass. So I just have to accept this one is potentially like a 2-cycle. Just stick it on the left for now. Well, I don't know of a way to get back over. If anything, we may have infinite continues. This one was fairly straightforward, I think. I think that was the hard. I didn't make the right sound. I couldn't have made that. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do. I did pick another game off of the my my FX Pack Pro, and I do kind of want to end on that, play that for a little while before cutting. I'm gonna go for maybe another hour here, but I think this one could be considered fairly interesting. Just kind of picking things out on there. I'm like, this should be interesting. I mean, I'm not going to play through the whole thing, because that would take forever. But here it is. I think Greg might like this. The right thing. Yes. Okay, good. Just make sure the inputs are good. Yeah, they should be. Okay, so I brought over Shin Megami Tensei If. So we're going to play a real Shin Megami Tensei game. This is one I'm probably going to be playing at some point in the future on my own, but I figured I'd just take a look. I haven't played any real main series games outside of a little bit of 4. Virtual fortune teller. Gender, I am male. My name is... See how much of floofers I can fit on here. without an extra E. Por favor. Where is... end. Yes, my name is Floof. Answer questions. Do I like video games? I love games. What club are you in? Go home. You do all your homework. I tend to forget to do it. Do you ever forget things? Often. What's my favorite subject? Science, probably. My favorite sport? None. On the smartphone? Yes, but I rarely use it. I spend my days off playing indoors. How big are your social gatherings? 2 or 3 people. You found a wallet containing $100. I mean, me, I'd probably bring it to the police. Strong point says, is your exceptional speed citation needed? I don't mean your physical speed. Oh, but quickness of wit as well. Okay, not just my. I'm not physically fast. I'm a big chunky boy. I don't run quickly, unfortunately. You should always make snap decisions, looking ahead, and acting quickly. I do a lot of looking ahead, but not acting quickly. There'll be times where you'll need to think things through thoroughly before making a decision. Be careful. Okay. So that probably determines my stats. And, usually with... because the... no, I did play another... I mean, I haven't played another main series game, but I did play, Soul Hackers. And I remember I put quite a bit into agility, mainly because I was being genre savvy. My world. Until yesterday, I was just a human, a shining example, an exceptional individual, yes, but just a human. Now I'm the omnipotent, omniscient ruler of the Expanse. The citizens of the Expanse call me the Demon Emperor. Good on you. How's that working out for you, bud? You have unimaginably been blessed by good fortune. Bear witness to me. This is going by too fast. Fates, whether you live or die, all in palm of my hand. Let's keep this interesting, shall we? Okay. Alright, so you're the villain. Got it. Wake up. School's already over. Oh, you slept well. I don't know if it's because of all the weird depriving dreams I've been having, but I haven't been able to sleep a wink. See you, I'm going home. There are a few students left here. Cool. Was that an earthquake? Oh dear. Well, that escalated quickly. If the music is any indication, jeez. Hurry, run. What happened? Something weird as hell is going on outside. It's not night, but it's pitch black. Which it's purple, but okay. Well, what should we do? Classroom 2D is in a panic. Well, they don't even make me a senior? Floof, there you are. Your classmate Yumi Shirakawa suddenly talked to you. I've been looking for you. I need to talk to you, Floof. All of us are trapped here in the school. Something strange is going on outside, and it's the entire school is warped to another dimension. I have a bad feeling about this. I don't feel like we're going to get out of this okay. No, there's no time for this. If we don't do something, we're going to die. At least that's the gut feeling I get. Please lend me a hand. Let's save the school and everyone in it. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go. If we don't hurry... Alright, well... Already we're in... just first-person stuff. The school doing in another dimension? Did someone do this? Better. I think we better start looking for the question first. But is there no one else in the classroom? Did everyone already go home? Is there anyone in 2C we can ask questions to? Somebody help, we're all trapped in the school. Yeah, that was not helpful. Okay. Well, honestly, if I was a high school student and this happened to me, I'd be panicking too. So, it's understandable. See, I don't think answering or getting answers to our questions is going to happen much, Yumi, because I don't think anyone else knows what's going on either. Yeah, everyone's just kind of trying to keep it together. So none of the other sophomore classes have anything to say about what's going on other than, oh shit, we're all going to die. Some more stairs. What's here? Deputy committee member. You may not pass. I'm with the disciplinary committee. Cool. Help us out, bro. You have to do what I say. Okay, so you're not going to help. Thanks. Let's see. There's more stairs. Oh, he's another disciplinary guy. So, can't go anywhere? Is there a map I can pull up? Maybe it's under my comp? No, I don't have any. I don't want auto battle right now. Use items to auto recover. Let's turn on stereo. There's no reason for it to be on monaural. Okay, well, that's fine, I suppose. I can't cast magic. Can Yumi cast magic already? No, she can't. What items do I have? I don't have any. Alright, well, I can't look at a map. So there's not much else I can do. Can I use the shoulder buttons to strafe? No, I can't. I can probably go downstairs. Let's just go up to the roof. Students like to go up to the roof, right? Yeah, I'll climb the stairs. Wait, hold up. I thought I went up the stairs. Why are the classrooms the same? JSR? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Alright, now we're going up the stairs. No, JSR, come back. Alright, they won't let me through there. This guy's fishy. Let's check out the crazy look in his eyes. No, we don't need tendies right now. Looks like someone had some sort of occult ceremony in the gym. I wonder who it was. Start looking Kiwi crazy. Is that one of your is that one of the trials? I think I might have missed the last couple draws for the trials there. Okay, gotcha. What kind of game is it? I've never heard of it. Saw Hazama in the hallway. He was glowing like a ghost or something. Dialing in the picture is one of the trials. I don't remember seeing a nerd video about anything like that either. Play a chick, Kiwi chick, and go through levels of Sacred Girlfriend chick. Is it kind of like Tokitori, I guess? Oh, Taito Legends. Okay. It was one of the compilations. I don't know what it's something. Something's messed up when a guy like that is that's been charged with the disciplinary committee. Professor Yahada. Oh, Floof. Good to see you keeping your wits about you in a time like this. I, on the other hand, have no idea what to do. I just bought a brand new laptop with my bonus. Why am I worrying about that at a time like this? I guess I'm not much of a teacher. I'm just paralyzed and can't do anything. What should I do? Alright, well, authority figures are also a little bit in disarray, which, you know, makes sense considering our situation. Oh, James, I know it's not quite the same, but I do have a Jitters emote in Frankerface, I think. It's not Kiosk Jitters, but if you want to use a Jitters emote, I've prepared one for everyone to use. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, Yumi is suspicious of this one in particular. So far, nobody else has anything to say about anything. Can we go up to the roof? Is there a roof we can go to? Again, I feel this is part of the, You stand in front of a dimensional rift and cannot proceed. Oh, guess no roof. I remember being able to play Animal Crossing and doing without jitters in your town. You know, same. I'm actually going to start getting back into Animal Crossing fairly soon. And in the meantime, I actually bought a Jitters amiibo card so I can have Jitters on my island. So that's going to be one of the first things I do once I get back into Animal Crossing is putting Jitters on the island and like ousting one of the because there's a couple folks I don't care about on there, so I'm just gonna kick them out and make room for Jitters because that's important. Janitor's closet. That's the janitor. Our janitor is Nick Fury, apparently. I thought I cleaned up the entryway, but when I went outside, the sky suddenly got dark. I freaked out and came back inside. You could have called, like, Captain Marvel or something to see what was up. Oh, there's enemies here, so I'm not gonna do anything quite yet, because we're not quite ready. Is there a store in the school? So it's just you, Floof. It's me, Ryuichi. Is this a friend of yours? Yeah, it's Floof from 2D. Akiko's here with me. There was some monster in the gym, so the two of us are hanging out here. You know, if all three Spider-Men were here, they would be a much better hero than me, let me tell you. Let's search the storeroom. Got an ice pick. I can probably use that as a weapon. Is that a weapon for Floof? Yes, it is. Let's see if I can make some ice puns like Mr. Freeze. If only I knew where I think I want to go to the gym. Because they're saying that there's like some ceremony that was going on in the gym. Default white guy emoji have a blonde pedo stash. Oh dear. That's club room. Well, there's no bad guys here. Baseball. That sounds like a gym. These are all sports clubs. Our school has a sumo club? Let's check out the sumo club. Oh great, today was such a wonderful day to try my washi belt outside. I wonder what happened to it. Search the room. Got rollerblades. Fuck yeah, let's... Fucking rollerblades? Oh, I think Yumi can use the other one. Hell yeah. Osmo's a creep. You know what they say, there's a fine line between genius and insanity? Dude's way beyond that. He's up to something using demons and black magic and all that garbage. Got back pads. Okay, it was a good idea to come to this area, because I'm getting all kinds of equipment. Equipment that my friend can use too. Football have probably helmets. You hear there are monsters in the gym. That's anything to do with that creepy ass ceremonial get up in there. Anyhow, people have been coming in picking up anything that could work as a weapon. Ain't much left in that department. Oh, shoulder pads. That was my second guess. Club room. A couple students left the school trying to get home, but not a single one has returned. Yeah, well, they're going home. Why would they come back to school? Whole school's going to become like the first village in an RPG, you know? Haha, very funny. Ooh, and a bat. Let's go. Is it better than the ice pick, though? It's more accurate. But I think I'll keep the higher attack of the ice pick. Can Yumi use the bat? Yes, she can. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, well now I feel... Oh. Let's say I feel a little less apprehensive of going down the corridor with the obvious enemies in there, but something's happening now. Monsters in the school. Oh god, they're gonna kill us all. There we go. Party pub. Alright. Oh, I leveled up already? That's nice. I'm gonna put into strength, because I am a protagonist of Shin Megami Tensei game. I'm going to give her magic, because she is the supporting character of a Shin Megami Tensei game. Thanks, you really put my butt out of the fire. You're Flute from 2D, right? I'm Sato Katsuhiko, head of the computer club. Since we can't get out of the school, I've been trying to connect to the net to gather what information I can. This is the mid-90s. Was the internet really that huge a thing at this point? I managed to connect to some weird network and downloaded a totally strange application. When I tried to run the program, these monsters, demons, came out. Some guy called Steven uploaded that particular program, so it's just a handle, though, so I doubt it's his real name. I know who Steven is, it's his real name. Anyway, I've got the program on disk, but it creeps me out, so you can have it. It's probably safe with you, after all. You can actually kill those things. Of course, it's not going to do you much good without a computer. There are quite a few here, but they're not exactly portable. Yeah, let's save. Because dying in a Shin Megami Tensei game is very easy to do. Everything out now. Yeah, let's continue. I'll save whatever progress you can stop by. Alright, so we've got an ally in the computer room. What's in here? Medical. There's some healing items in here. Offer from 2D. I'd ask what you need in the infirmary, but it's not time for that. I have no clue what's going on out there. Do you know anything? Okay, so free heals, gotcha. I got ointment. Alright, so that's basically an inn. What's in the office? Ominous music. What homeroom are you from? You shouldn't enter the principal's house uninvited. Or office, not principal's house. Like, everyone else knows what homeroom I'm from, and you don't. Saying stuff like, shouldn't go to a principal's office uninvited, yet when this kind of crisis happens, and you're not available to offer any kind of support for people who might be looking for an authority figure to turn to. Just saying. Let's see, with Shirakawa. Shirakawa's surprised to see you trying to save the school, but you're wasting your time. Just stay in the classroom. Don't ruffle yourself, princess. I think that character we just talked to is another character that you can... An alternate supporting character, because there's like 3 or 4 supporting characters that you can get. I just kind of picked the first one. Alright, so there's enemies in here. Entrance. Is this the entrance to the school? Yeah. Up here's the gym. So it leads to the gymnasium. Will you go to the gymnasium? Yes. Leftover signs of a creepy ceremony remain here. Okay, I guess we're going back to the school then. So now what? Let's talk to Sato. Maybe he'll know what to do. He seems to be more reliable than the principal anyway. Or Nick Fury. You're just wandering around all over the place, aren't you? Are you okay? All I can do is save. I mean, fine, I will, but... I don't think he has any other insight. Alright, is there... Let's go to the lab. We heard about the science teacher doing stuff in here. Mr. Otsuki, what is this? What this is? It's because of plasma. Plasma explains everything. But we can't be sure, so you shouldn't go outside. There's no scientific basis for believing it's safe out there. Yet you don't say. The club rooms were basically just equipment stashes. Let's see if anything has changed up here. Yeah, I think when I play this on my own, I might have a walkthrough handy. Well, actually, let's go to that suspicious one, the one that Yumi says is probably an issue. There's a floppy disk lying in the hall. Yeah, sure, why not? What's the worst that can happen? Hold on. I think he was downstairs, actually. I want to go downstairs. There we go. I think he was over here? No. I know he was in that relative corner on whatever floor he was on. May have been upstairs then. Like upstairs from the starting point. Third floor. Yeah, here we go. Because there was a door here too. No, still can't do anything with him, even though we have weapons now. I mean, not that I want to, like, intentionally start fights with people in this kind of situation, but... I don't think we went in here before. Did we go in here before? We may have. Oh, punk kid. Tell the disciplinary guys. It's their problem anyway. Do what I say. Yeah, that guy, is like he's a supporting character that you can take on a New Game Plus, I think. I've seen a video on this, and apparently if you take his path, it's dramatically different from the main playthrough of the game. That's right, you can't go anywhere. Well, Jesus. Let's start asking the classrooms again, see if anybody else has any insight, because, sorry about before, I just might do something. I want to borrow my laptop. Oh, I'm looking for a computer. Gotcha. Oh, mystery. Just let it fool me. Alright, alright. I can't lend you my laptop, but I've got something better. It's a special ARM terminal type PC. Okay, that's the comp. Saw some kid with a husky dog that had one. I thought it was cool, so I made one. Embarrassingly enough, though, even though I built it, I can't figure out how to use it. At my age, I should be mortified, but I'm sure you'll be fine. In terms of quality, it should have no problems, so I'll lend it to you. I added a bunch of different functions, so it should come in handy. Oh, good. I have a map now. Auto-recover, analyze. I guess analyzing is for the demons. So we can use that demon summoning program now. I'm useless when it comes to computers, so I don't know. Foof installed the summoning program into the ARM terminal. You can now speak to and summon demons. Alright, well, let's actually go to where some demons are and... Oh, hello. An astral body appeared. I am the one who was once Hideo Hazama, but I am no longer an ordinary high school student like you. And I am the great ruler of the Expanse, the Demon Emperor. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. The weak student Hideo Hazama is no more. Now there's only the supremely powerful Demon Emperor. It was through the use of mere fraction of my great power that the school was pulled into the Expanse. Resistance is futile. I can see that you're trying to escape the school. What a waste of effort. Why not? I'll give you a hint. Head to the gym. There's something there that will let you into the Expanse if you manage to get it. Not that I think you'll be able to survive the Expanse, that is. Well, do your best. I wish you luck. That's nice of you, but, didn't have to do this in the first place. My hunch was right. Hideo Hazama. I've heard lots of nasty rumors about him. Alright, well, let's go to the gym then, I suppose. That's where I was gonna kind of... That's the direction I was kind of planning on to head, because, according to the enemy radar, that's where some demons are that we can at least run into, as random encounters. Unless they don't want to show up. Alright, there's one. Faye, Willie. Alright, well, there's 3 of them. Oops. Let's be friendly. Come to talk to me. Why? Because there's a program. Cool, can I go inside that thing then? Yes. Hooray! Take care of my buddy. You can have this. Cool. Awesome. So now, we should be able to go to our comp and bring out Willie. Oh, I don't have enough money yet. I only have 48. Well, Willie is in reserve, and we can bring him out once we have more money. So let's go to the gym like Hazama told us. Start by searching the area. Found the Ring of Humility. I see you found it. You can keep it. If you leave the school in the Expanse, you will enter the Chamber of Seals. Use the Ring of Humility there, and you can break one of them. In order to return your school to the human world, you'll have to break every one of the seals, of course. Even your primitive mind should be able to grasp that fact. Okay, asshole. However, first you need to beat Mary Jane, otherwise you're just wasting my time. Brave... So this is Spider-Man? Because, I mean, I've never heard of any SMT demons named Mary Jane. Oh, hi. You must be the aforementioned Mary Jane, then. Yep. Oh. Alright, so I guess this is a boss and doesn't count toward, being able to recruit it. Do you have magic yet? No. Oh, we have plenty of ointment, though. Alright, Yumi, you are going to heal. Oh, well, I'm dead. So... so now we go to mode 7. Yeah, that's one thing I don't particularly like about SMT games, is that if your main character dies, it's game over. No matter How many folks you have in your party who know revive spells and stuff. And I hate when RPGs do that. And it's like SMT4, I guess, where we get this long-ass cutscene with Carranger. Basically a long-ass cutscene telling you, hey, you're dead. Who's that? Oh, okay. Was I supposed to lose that fight? Maybe I was supposed to lose that. Because I still have Willy, so... It didn't just reload my last save. It just popped me back in front of my homeroom here. So that's convenient, I suppose. Let's save before we go back to the gym. And I think what I'm gonna do, instead of going straight to fight the boss again, I'm gonna maybe level up a bit in that hallway. Hopefully get some more money and get some more demons I can summon. I mean, I know I'm only gonna be playing for like another half hour, but still. It's broken. I'm getting some discrete errors. It'll take some time, but I better can recover it. If you leave it with me, I'll give it my best shot. What do you think? Yeah, sure. He's proven pretty helpful so far, so I trust him. Alright, let's go to the hallway. Oh. Alright, well, let's see if we can get Poltergeist to join us. Be friendly. You lost or something? Nah. Sure, I can help you. Oh. Go fuck yourself. How about that? That means you'll be a source of money for me. And now I can summon Willy. I don't... Why is it putting stuff into magic for me? I don't need magic. I'm not going to be able to cast magic. They leveled up. She will be able to cast magic, though. I think I'll put one into intelligence. For some more MP. I don't need to do that. Alright, Willy. Rise and shine. And what can Willy do? He's got some magic. He's got Fire Spell. Limpa, I forget what that does. Tarukaja, I think, increases attack power. And whatever Mapper is. So he's definitely going to be like a blaster caster. He certainly has the MP for it. Actually, if we talk to him... Sometimes like, if you have, already have like a demon in your party and you talk to a similar demon, they'll leave you alone, and sometimes they'll give you stuff before they leave. If you talk to them anyway. You can still fight them if you want to, but if we run into more Willy, I'll try to, you know, get something off of them, possibly. Yeah, see, there you go, he gave us money. It'll come in handy if we get any other... If we, like, if, for example, if we're actually able to recruit a Poltergeist, we can summon one. Zombie dog? Hell yeah, I want a zombie dog. I don't know, he seems kind of mean. I'm gonna be overbearing. Who are you? Never heard of you. Did you come to kill me? No. Let's rebuke. No good, it's out of control. Oh, wait. I tried. Oh, damn. Willie's packing. Alright, that went well. I do want to try to, like, you know, recruit a zombie dog and a poltergeist if possible. Oh, pixies are good. Pixies are good healers. Be friendly to Pixie. You're in trouble, aren't you? Cathedral of Shadows. We haven't come across one of those yet. Let's ask about the Demon Emperor. I promise not to tell. My friend is on the 3rd floor. Okay, you have a friend on the 3rd floor. That's cool. Maybe that's something worth checking out, then? Usually that doesn't really have much of a bearing on the story or anything, but... may as well. Oh, first shot it. Well, that's not your friend, obviously. It's your friend in the empty room? Kid Hee-Ho! Man, school is such fun. I love school. Hee-Ho. You're Jack Frost in a uniform. I know. Regular students shouldn't be saying Hee-Ho over and over again. School is such fun. Ah, there I go again. Hey, where are you going? Take me with you. Hee-Ho! Yeah, Kid Hee-Ho's coming along. Hell yeah. I don't need to auto-recover. Is heckin' expensive, but I could save up that money. Hell yeah, I want Jack Frost in my party. Especially with the stats that he seems to have right now. He's probably going to make things easier for me for a bit. He'll probably single-handedly take care of the bitch in the gym. Will you give us some money? Oh, I gotta be careful with magnetite, too. I forgot that was the thing. Oh, okay. Well, that guy was an asshole. Well, magnetite doesn't seem to be going down as I walk, so maybe just Willie doesn't take up a lot. Let's just go ahead and fight this guy, because I could use the magnetite. Alright, 3 of them are gone, that's good. I don't even need Willie to cast on this one. Let's add 1 more to strength. And she can have 1 more to magic. Okay, I do want to try to talk a Pixie into joining. Yes, I do. Oh. That was nice of you. Demons are not necessarily nice. you'd think that would be apparent to me, but apparently not. Alright, you're not going to give me anything. Alright, one of you again. Let's become friends. Sure, I have 32 Maka. Good enough. Okay, well, then he just took all my money and left. Cool. Alright, let's just, I guess, fight stuff for a while, because I need the money to, at the very least, summon Jack Frost. I think Jack Frost is, at the very least, going to be able to carry me through the boss, so... I think that's going to be the strat here. And just, like, not talk to any more demons for the time being. I mean, I still want to try to get a Pixie to join, because, like I said, Pixies are... Oh, they're just going to attack me, so... But yeah, they have Dia, and Dia is a healing spell, and I want that. Should have had you use that in the first place. Actually, have Yumi... heal Willy. Because Willy can't take another... if they decide to use a lightning spell on them again. Can't exactly take another one of those. If Yumi will snap out of her status effect here, as they are charming us. There we go. That's a nice chunk of change there. Alright, you attack. There's only 2 of them, so I can definitely spare Yumi to use the healing item now that she doesn't have a status effect on her. They luckily seem to be attacking the human members of the party, which is desirable in this situation. Alright, now we should be okay. Oh, mad monies! Alright, let's put one into stamina. Magic there. I should probably put some into intelligence for her too, because she could probably use the MP when she does get... Actually, where I wanted to go was the nurse's office. You still working on that disc there? Yes, ask him about the disc. Okay, he's still working on it. Heal up. Well, it doesn't heal the MP, though. How much Maka do we have? Under status? Actually, if I go to this demon summoning menu, I should have it on there. Oh, it's right up in the corner, 261, so... Maybe another fight or two should give me enough to get Jack Frost out. Actually, let me check his status as well, see... Because I'm fairly sure he has Bufu at the very least, but... Oh, he's got Heka Bufu there. He's got Bufula and Mabufu. So you can attack groups, like whole groups. Rakukaja, I forget what that does. I think that raises defense or attack, one of the two. And, oh, and he has Dia, so I don't even need a Pixie. Jack Frost just covers all the bases there. I'll just get some money from these encounters and then just summon him and we'll be fine. I'll fight you too. I don't even give a shit. Alright, Rakukaja I think is defense, because Tarukaja is attack. I'm just having Lily attack because they're fire-based. I'm fairly sure that if I try to use fire on them, it's either going to absorb it or just block it outright. Which I think that should be enough. Can we bring out... Yep, just barely. Welcome aboard. You can go behind Floof. Alright, now let's go save. And see if we can take the boss out now. He's still working on it. I figure he'll be working on that for a while. Yeah, I don't need zombie dogs anymore. So I can just... Alright, actually I should probably move Jack Frost out front because he's more tanky than Willy is. But for now... Let's just use Bufo on him, see what that does. That takes him out. Alright, let's... Does it change? Yeah. So Floof and Yumi are fine where they are. Willy can go behind Floof, and then Jack Frost can be out front. Let's see if we can take out the boss now. Right, Mary Jane. Spider-Man reference. Got her. Okay. Sword, you can use... I forget which one is the group cast and which one's just the more powerful version. I think Bufula is just the more powerful version. Actually, I'm going to cast Rakukaja. And you can cast Tarukaja. Yeah, there's defense up. Oh, you can heal yourself. Okay. Let's use that. And Augie, I think, is like the only thing I can get you to do. Oh, got her. Cool. Add another one to stamina. And you can get intelligence, so you can have more MP for when you do get spells. Got the Ring of Humility. Oh, it leads to the school. Alright, we took care of your snake lady. Hey, you, what were you doing in the gym? I'm going to tell Otsuki. Okay. What's Otsuki gonna do? He's just gonna rant about plasma. That's the only thing I can think of that he'll do. Oh, she's not healing the demons. She's just healing the human characters. Alright, did you get the disc done? No, you're not. Okay. Well, let's talk to Otsuki. Let's see what he has to say. He took the Demon Emperor's joke seriously and got the Ring of Humility. There's no scientific basis to say it's okay for you to leave the school. I didn't leave the school. I went to the gym. Excuse me? Excuse me. Okay. Looks like, we're fighting the teacher. Alright, you can't really do anything else because you don't have any MP. Well, you can cast it up, Doggy. Nice timing on that. Damn it, dodged. He did 13 damage with that punch, so I'll just go ahead and just use Bufala for now. Defend. Oh. I guess Jack Frost is going to just, carry me through the game. No, actually, let's put another one to intelligence. Damn you. You attacked me, friend. Okay? You attacked me, and there was no reason for you to do that. You are a teacher, and what you have done is very unprofessional. And when we get out of this, like, hellscape or whatever, you know, my parents are probably going to do some suing here, because that's not cool. There's no scientific basis that you'll be able to... There's no scientific basis that you should attack me out of nowhere. Alright? That was not cool. I think we should tell the principal. That's the music room. I never went into the music room, actually. Yes, I did. Okay. Where's the principal? Yo, our school's filled with demons, and the science teacher just attacked me for, like, no reason. And you're still not gonna help. Well, I'll have my... we need to have, like, a PTA coming to Jesus here, because... this faculty's all kind of fucked up. I should probably actually put Willie away, Jody's smile, because he's just... he can't really do anything else at the moment. Is it drop minion? It's not gonna make him go away, is it? It's just gonna... oh, no, that got rid of him entirely. That's not what I wanted to happen. I wanted to put him on standby. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get rid of him entirely. Oh, well, when I play the game later on my own, I'll know that there's a difference there. I guess we can go through the entrance now? No, we can't go outside. And... Sato's still working on the disc. Is there anything left in the gym that we can do? A demon is starting to appear. Just, don't really need to deal with that right now, because we just dealt with one. Actually, what about Nick Fury? Is he calling some backup in from the Hulk or something? No? You're still not gonna do anything? That's cool. Let's just check back in the homeroom. Can't go any further. Well, the guy who's in charge is dead or something now, so I don't think there's anything stopping you from letting me through. Just saying. Let's go to the expanse from the school. Well, we couldn't go out the entrance. Does it want me to go through from the roof? Is that how we get out? Because I know there was like a void that we couldn't go through from the roof. Let's try that. I'm not going to be able to do too much there, but we may as well just kind of leap out and see what's what. No, we can't proceed. What the hell? How do we... Is it this way? Oh, that guy's gone now. Oh, we leap through like a fire escape. Okay. So, are we going to that beehive in the center? Finally got out of that school. This must be the real expanse then. Okay. Chamber of Seals. The Ring of Humility glowed brightly. The seal opened a bit. And the gate to the west was unlocked. Okay. Let me look at my... How do I look at my map? I know I have a map now. No, not change. That's under status. Oh, auto mapping. Durr. Okay, so I guess over here. Domain of Pride has its seal broken and the door is open. And it's Resident Evil suddenly. Cool. Domain of Pride. Oh, we're getting all the funky bass lines tonight. Fountain. What's in the fountain? This is Fountain of Life. We can heal, revive, and break curses. Heal all. No, I do want to heal. I do want to heal Jack Frost. I want to heal his HP and MP, please. Am I pushing the wrong button? Hello? I'm pushing A. Oh, I have to select him. Gotcha. I had to push on the control pad. It wasn't that clear. But that's fine, because now I know how to like heal their MP and stuff. And now I feel extra bad for accidentally letting Willy go. There's a village up ahead. Neat. It used to be by the seal, but the Demon Emperor moved it to where it is now. Well, the Demon Emperor is kind of a dick. You didn't have to move it for him. Now what's in the box? Money. Let's see what all demons are here. Oh, there's more pixies. Now we can always use a backup healer, I suppose. Okay. Let's team up. Oh, okay. Or not. That's cool, too. Actually, I probably should be casting ice on them. I don't know if they're immune to ice or something like that, but at the very least, Jack Frost isn't charmed. That's what word I was thinking of. That hits all three of them, right? Oh, it doesn't work at all. Okay, they're immune to ice. Gotcha. Good to know, I suppose. One of them ran away. Alright. I think that's actually gonna do it for me tonight. This was actually really fun. I'm looking forward to playing this at some point on my own. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look for a raid target here. Sorry, because it's clicked off the emulator there, so I should go ahead and also mute desktop audio so the stuff doesn't bleed through. Let's see who's on. I see a bunch of people I haven't raided before. I'm going to... There's a bunch of good choices. I think I'm going to go with... Let's go with Daniel. Let's go raid Daniel. Daniel's on. Daniel is probably one of the nicest people like in existence, and he's probably playing Batman right now. He usually plays Batman. He is playing Batman, and he's probably going to be on for like the next 20 hours. So it's plenty of time to hang out there and say hi. And yeah, so I'll be back next week, and I do have something in mind that I've been planning for a long time, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. So I hope you are too. But until then, I've been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?